Rashad, why you didn't
Anyways,
hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
brother, I love you, brother. Trump lit.
What's up, Rashad?
Yeah.
What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.
A 24-year-old black man named Sam Foster is running for mayor of Marietta. And he's going, you know what I'm saying, kind of relatively viral to be running for a local suburban city in Georgia, with 56,000 views, 18,000 views. And let me watch this.
Well, it's official. We now know who my opponent is.
And he's raised 4 times his opponent, which is the incumbent Mayor Tumlin. Mayor Tumlin's been the mayor. I don't know when. I don't know how long Mayor Tumlin been the mayor. Mayor Tumlin was the mayor when I was in high school. I believe so. Hold on, let me see. Mayor Tumlin. Let me see how long this joker been the mayor, bro. Mayor Tumlin been the mayor since I was in high school, I want to say. Yeah, 2010 to 2013. Yeah, he's been the mayor, bro, since 2010, dude. He's been the mayor since 2010. He's a graduate of Marietta, then UGA, then Denver, then Georgia State. Yeah, Mayor Tumlin's been the mayor since I was in high school, bro. That's crazy. I haven't been in high school in 12 years. 12 years, bro. This is the 13th school year I haven't been in high school. And Mayor Tumlin was the mayor when I was in school, bro. When I was living in Marietta. That's insane. And he's 78. So now a 24-year-old. Dang, this Laura Park. Dang, I ain't been home in a minute, bro. I ain't been home in a minute. This Laura Park, bro. So Sam Foster's running for mayor. And 24-year-old, and he's raised 4 times the amount of money that Mayor Tumlin's raised. And I just want to see what all the hoopla is about, because I've heard about him like throughout the past couple of weeks. Thanks to Marietta Daily Journal. Make sure you support local journalism. I probably need to give me a subscription to the MDJ just to support him and keep the newsroom alive and everything like that. Shouts out my people over there at the MDJ. But man, this is interesting to me. Like, never in my life, I ain't gonna lie, but I thought like a black man would be the mayor of Marietta, and especially a black man under the age of 25 would be the mayor of Marietta. So I'm just like, Marietta, Georgia?
It's the mayor. He is seeking a 5th term in office. After serving for almost 16 years, he is seeking to serve for 20 years, which is kind of funny because this was the guy fighting for term limits, but okay. So now this is a race between two people who fundamentally have different visions on what the city is going to look like and who we're going to work for. I'm Sam Foster, and I am running for mayor of Marietta. I am up against a political establishment that has been here for decades. And now that we know who my opponent is, let's talk a little bit about our visions for this city. I believe strongly that we need to have affordable housing. We need safe streets for cyclists and pedestrians. And we need real public transit investments to cut down on the amount of traffic that we have.
Dang. I ain't never heard nobody say we need one. Like I heard people say it, like the citizens be like, bro, we don't have ain't no public transit. One time we went to the dang, I'm sorry for y'all. We went to the Braves game in like 2013, bro, and we decided to go public transportation. I don't know why. I don't know if they just wanted to try it, but we went public transportation. So we drove to the bus station, and we waited for the bus. One bus took us to like one part of the town. Then another bus took us downtown, and then that bus took us to like the MARTA shuttle that takes you to Turner Field, which at the time where the Braves played. And that thing took so long, bro. And if we say we had MARTA extend out, you know what I'm saying? Because CCT is like lackluster. That's what they have in Cobb County. It's just lackluster and stuff like that. The South in general just doesn't like really prioritize public transportation, but me riding public transportation now, still being in the South and things of that sort, it's not the best, but it's like it's useful, bro. It's better than just Uber and driving and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie in terms of like, you know what I'm saying, the environment type deal. You know what I mean, and less traffic
on our roads. In large part, my vision for the city is based on the decades of studies and plans that we have done and failed to execute on. I'm fighting for working families. I'm fighting for a Marietta that's going to work for everyone. Now let's talk about the mayor for a little bit. because this is a guy who does not fight for working families in Marietta. In fact, he led a project to tear up over 1.3 thousand homes and drive low-income residents out of Marietta. And he recently came out and said that there is such a thing as things being too affordable. And if you make things too affordable, things will become unlivable. We're talking about a guy who...
Dang. This is how, you know what I'm saying? This is textbook white flight, bro. Textbook white flight. When we were getting older and stuff like that, it was more black kids at Marietta High School and stuff like that, and Marietta school system, city schools. And I remember watching the interview with Dansby. I went to high school with Dansby Swanson. I say that all the time. Shortstop of the Chicago Cubs, former shortstop, World Series winning shortstop of the Atlanta Braves in 2021, and former College World Series MVP as well, and College World Series champion at Vanderbilt University. Dansby Swanson. I went to high school with him. And Dansby was doing an interview one time. I think this was shortly after like the Black Lives Matter protests and stuff like that. And he was just saying, I learned about the importance of diversity early on in life. I went to a majority black high school. And when he said that, I was like, bro, like our high school wasn't ghetto or nothing like that. Like people make fun of our high school being soft and suburban and everything like that, even though we had a lot of ignorance at Marietta. But for the most part, relatively speaking, to the schools in the city and the schools in the other districts closer to the city, we were pretty safe and suburban and things of that sort. But regardless, it's like the undertone of like our school had a lot of black kids was like our school was unsafe. And that wasn't the case. Like we had a very good high school. After I left, like they renovated it and made it more fancy and more grandeur and all of that stuff. Like the security there now it's crazy. But I don't know. It's crazy how they like just equate black people to unsafe.
Prefers vacant lots over housing in our city. He believes that we can't be successful as a city if we're building a Marietta that you can actually afford. We're in the middle of a cost of living crisis, and we need somebody with new and fresh ideas who is going to make government work for working people. Now, I'd be lying if I said this fight was going to be easy. We're up against an establishment that does not believe that we have to build a city that you can actually afford. But I know we can win this, and we can win this because we are fighting for everyday people in Marietta. People who are tired of their rents going up. People who are tired of not being able to attain home ownership. People who are tired of transportation getting more and more expensive year after year. People who feel unsafe walking or biking throughout our city. If you want to help us beat the establishment Marietta and build a city that works for everyone, we're going to need your help. We're going to be out there every day knocking doors and phone banking to reach voters. So if you have time, please volunteer. And you can be certain that the mayor has wealthy connections and is going to dump a whole bunch of money on my head. So please, if you have the means, donate. Whether it's $5 or $50, everything counts. Well, so it's official.
He's, like I said, he's raised 4 times the amount that Mayor Tumlin has raised.
This is Marietta.
I ain't got nothing against Mayor Tumlin. Like, I want to make that clear. Like, Mayor Tumlin was just like, he's just kind of a guy that just kind of existed. Like, he's like... he's like a taller white dude, you know what I'm saying? Very easygoing, just very like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, ain't no problems with him. It's kind of like a thing of like, oh, just keep letting him be. Like, he stay out the way. He don't really do much. He just kind of show up to events, you know what I'm saying? And hand out keys to the city to the football team if they do well every year, or another athlete. And it goes to the parades and he just kind of like walks. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like he's like a harmless older white gentleman. So I don't have anything personally against Mayor Tumlin. Now, Marietta and everything that it stands for and stuff like that, like Marietta's crazy. I ain't gonna hold you. Like, Marietta's crazy, bro. Like, the police aren't as bad as Cobb County police. Like, Cobb County police come on Black Boy and stuff like that. They aren't as bad as them. But Marietta folks have definitely pulled me over their fair share of times. And I don't know, bro. It's just a lot with Marietta that's just kind of eerie, bro. But it is a good suburban area to raise children and everything like that. It's just like, as a Black person, it's very conflicting.
This is unincorporated Cobb County. Hi, I'm Sam Foster, and I'm running for mayor of Marietta, Georgia. And like many people in Marietta, I thought I lived in Marietta when I first came here, but I actually didn't. I lived in unincorporated Cobb County. What is unincorporated Cobb County? Unincorporated Cobb County is county land that is not actually within inside a city. Doesn't matter what your address says. In my case, when I first came here to go to KSU, my apartment complex was literally carved out.
Oh, this man not even from Marietta. I know some people be big on that. Regardless of what city you from, this and that, woo woo. Boy, if you ain't actually from the city you running from there for, they gonna be like, bro, I'm actually from Marietta. That's what Johnny Walker was saying. Shout out my boy Johnny Walker. He like the city photographer, everything like that. He take pictures of the kids at all the high school events and things like that. So you got pictures of me in high school, everything of that nature and all that. Bro, he was saying most of Sam Foster's supporters not from Marietta. This dude ain't from Marietta. He said, when I came here for KSU, boy, you ain't from here. And he talking about KSU is that way. That ain't. But Marietta is big at the same time, anyways.
Side of the city.
It's East Cobb, it's West Cobb.
Limits. We need to fix our city limits. It should not be so confusing for somebody to know what city they actually live in. We can start doing this by filling in the holes that we have in our city limits and then determining where it makes sense to bring more people into our city. Because for all intents and purposes, they do live in our city. And you also need to make sure that you live in Marietta city limits. The best way to do that is to check the property search tool on the Marietta City website or on your My Voter page. Check your voter card, and it'll tell you at the bottom what precinct you're in. And if it says Marietta 6 or something, you live within Marietta city limits. And if it doesn't, and your address is not found on the property search tool, you don't live in Marietta city limits. But you can still support the campaign. You can donate. You can also volunteer. We are out knocking doors every Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you can help us phone bank to reach voters.
That's crazy, bro.
The
walkability are poor here. What are your thoughts on making Marietta more walkable? Let me see. Absolutely, that is a part of my platform. Marietta should be safer for everybody on the roads, whether we're walking, driving, or biking. We need more crosswalks, sidewalks, and bike lanes. I also co-founded and served as a vice president of A Better Cop, a nonprofit advance in bike and pedestrian safety, public transport, and housing affordability. I watched this earlier post. I know he's got big plans. It's nice, though, walkable cities. But our entire infrastructure revolves around cars. We need alternatives such as high-speed rails that truly make a difference long term. I agree with that. Atlanta is not really a walkable area and things of that sort, Metro Atlanta, and all of that. I will say that. I literally looked this up. My business, I am a youth development center, is an unincorporated Cobb County. We would love to support your campaign by calling potential voters. Let us know how we can help. Great explanation video. My bestie told me this does not make sense. Unincorporated Marietta resident living here, living outside the city limits is the only thing keeping my house affordable. Please leave us out of it. Who told you living outside the city limits it keeps your house affordable? What backs this belief? Only those with city property tax to the actual city annexation is rarely beneficial to the residents being annexed. But your county tax rate is reduced when you start paying city taxes. You pay less to the county since you're using fewer county resources. Total mileage rate is the same. Your value might go up, though, because Marietta schools sometimes is more desirable than Cobb schools, depending on what side you're on. Oh, that's racist. But that's 100% true as well. Just moved to Marietta, barely missed the deadline, RIP. Dang. What was the dude slowing down for? He was watching the dude record a TikTok on the side of the road. Wouldn't you slow down?
We're just getting back. Hi, KSU. We're just getting back.
For event in Atlanta, I take the bus, and as a mayor, oh, he takes the bus. Oh, okay. I feel like this is a dude who's like knows something, bro. Like you take the bus, bro. You know something about the people, bro. Like you kind of out of touch with the people and what everyday people kind of go through if you don't take the bus, bro. Like if you drive and everything, it's so like you're kind of thrown off. Like you don't know really what's going on for real. And that's just what I want to say. Like you just don't understand. You have to take the bus. You have to kind of do, I hate to say lower income people. Yeah, I'll say it. Lower income things to really understand people, or else you're just out of touch, bro. Probably took him a long time to get back to
Georgia. I am also a KSU graduate. Went to school on the Marietta campus. If you live on the Marietta campus,
the Marietta campus, he went to Southern Poly. Okay, when he said KSU, I said, "Boy, you out there?" He went to Southern Poly, bro. This joker went to Southern Poly. Yeah, he in the city. Yeah, he in the city. That's the city, right down the street from Big Chicken. Yeah. I want to talk about this with Mama and the young boys. Let's talk about some Marietta stuff tonight, man.
2 years ago, the mayor vetoed a mixed-use project that was going to replace this vacant
Kroger. Yeah, that's a Kroger.
Kroger with housing and retail. And 2 years later, it still sits vacant. Instead of providing housing for people or being a place of gathering, it's empty. And there's bollards blocking off cars from entering the parking lot. As a city, when we fight change, the only people we're hurting is ourselves. Maybe this wasn't the perfect project, but instead of it bringing in more tax revenue for the city, it's been sitting vacant for over 2 years. As mayor, I promise you, I will be somebody who does not prefer vacant lots over more housing in our city. Hey guys, the
I
disclosure.
don't know about more housing. I don't know if I want more people in Marietta. It's already, the traffic is crazy in Marietta, bro. I think if you do more housing, we need more public transportation. I'm saying we, like I said, live there. I don't live there, but that's in my hometown, you know what I mean?
Disclosure deadline is tonight. The disclosure deadline is where everyone is going to get to see how much we've raised up until this point. And thanks to all of you, we were able to reach our $40,000 goal before the deadline. But we can always aim higher. To help us stay even more competitive, help us reach $50,000 before the end of tonight. So if you haven't already given yet, pitch in $25, $50 and help us get to that goal. And if you already have given, thank you so much. This campaign. I'm about to ask you
I cannot
something.
believe this, bro. I can't believe this, dog. Like I'm not gonna lie. I cannot believe it, bro. I can't believe this, dude. Like a 24-year-old black dude is about to win the mayor race of Marietta, Georgia, bro. All right. I'm
never heard me ask
to the next thing.
We are really close to our fundraising goal, and we just need a little bit more money. So if you could be a really awesome sport and give us. Hi, I'm Sam Foster.
My opponent he vetoed Juneteenth. Man, Tumlin, I was rooting for you, bro. He was cool. Like I said, every time I seen him in high school, he just, you know what I'm saying? Just, dang. He vetoed Juneteenth, bro. Dang, little twin. I was rooting for you, man, Tumlin.
Is unsafe not only for people who don't.
All right.
Rashad, why you
anyway.
didn't hit me up?
What's up, Rashad? Hey, Rashad.
What's up, Rashad?
Thank you, Rashad.
Brother, I love you, brother.
What's up, Rashad? What it do, boy?
Hey, Rashad.